You ask yourself, should color even matter to people like Africans? Well, I had conversations with friends and comments, and I read up and I asked them, when it comes to women, should color really matter? Should the complexion of the woman really matter? Well, let's read up the comments and see. Here's the first comment. He said, I try to convince myself otherwise, but deep down, it is true. Ebony is true beauty. The next comment here says, no, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. Just half sense and I am fine. And the next guy here says, no, it doesn't to me. Another guy says, no, it doesn't matter. Another guy says, nope, but I don't like women that are too fair, sha. Okay, let's look at more comments here. Before we take more comments, you may expect that complexion should not really be a thing for humans because we are supposed to be the more intelligent species. But sadly, that is not the case, because around 600 years ago, color was never an issue. The shade of the human skin was never an issue. And of course, fast forward to 400 years later, you already have color having more political meanings, having more social meanings, and in fact, having dangerous institutional consequences. People trying to hire people because of their complexion. Before, not even before, right now in other places, Europe, America has been accused of racism. South Africa has been accused of apartheid, all spurred around the color of people's skin. Now in Africa, there has also been an issue of colorism, which is just like the stepsister to racism. Basically, black people, melanated people, preferring different shades of their people, of their kind. And this has raised serious conversations where you have models talking about how light-skinned ladies are more preferred. Issues with men having bleaching as well. There has been issues about bleaching of skins for darker-skinned ladies to want to fit in and things like that. So I had to have this conversation because we wanted to put this matter to rest. Is it entirely okay for people to prefer what they want to prefer? Yes, because even every race, every human species definitely has preference. But where the problem is when these preferences find their way into institutions. When you have record companies, when you have advert agencies, when you have media companies trying to prefer a particular shade over another shade, that is very dangerous. Now, I'm going to read one more here. I asked other guys, I said, when it comes to your choice in women, does complexion really matter? This guy said, yes. I had some conversation as well over the phone with some of my friends, and they say, yeah, it matters as well. Some of them prefer darker ladies, some prefer light-skinned ladies. But we must actually have a proper conversation around these guys. It is okay for people to have their preference. Some people, if it's in the white race, some people prefer blondes, some people prefer brunettes, some people prefer different kind of shades. I think it just speaks to the diversity of the human taste. The only problem I have is when people's personal preferences make their ways into institutions, into government bodies, into circles where decisions are made. And that is very dangerous. As you can see what these gentlemen have shared here, these are basically personal preferences and should never push women into feeling lesser. That is where the institutions must come in. Because institutions start taking people's personal preferences and pushing them as mainstream, you have more women trying to feel less and things like that. The black skin is just something that started becoming mainstream recently. More black women owning up to their skin color, more men loving women who are dark skinned. It is something that has always been there, but the problem is the institutions, your media, your government, your press, your celebrities, they have a role to play in ensuring that people are comfortable in their skin. Shout out to all the celebrity ladies who have not tried bleaching their skins. Shout out to all the men who stick by their black women. And shout out to even the light-skinned ladies. Because the truth is, it is so important that we do not chastise our light-skinned ladies. There was a time when light-skinned ladies were getting more preference in movies, in videos, in music videos, in front covers of magazines, just because of colorism. And all these pans down to what the racist thoughts have actually pushed. You know, racists, when they want to select any of the black minorities, they want somebody who is not too black. Look at what Meghan Markle, Duchess, faced in in the UK, in the UK royalty monarch. It is sad because they start asking questions like, how dark should somebody be? Africans, humans basically come in different shades of complexions. My issue now, my contention is these personal preferences are just people's business. They should never find these tastes, these individuals' tastes rather, should not find themselves in legislature, in Senate buildings, in government buildings where people are making policies. They should not find their ways in board meetings, in boardrooms, where advert agencies, where media and record companies are making serious decisions, where you just start hearing things like they're preferring to promote one particular complexion over another one. Racism is already a big problem in itself. Colorism is a stepsister to racism, and we can contain this issue when we understand that humans come in all different colors. There are some men who are even getting bashed because they prefer a certain shade of women. But and also, we must not also remove the fact that there are some people who feel sad and who feel a low self-esteem because of all this institutionalized colorism. They feel less of themselves. Some men, some women don't want to have kids of certain complexion because of what they've been made to feel as children. But I want everybody watching this video to understand that the human color is enough. All these petty things we are mentioning every now and then about light skin, dark skin, white and black are all petty things. For a race that claims to be very supreme and superior, we really are very petty. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to, tell me what you think about this conversation, because it's important that we start having people who live and who want to live comfortably in their own skin. No, you don't have to resort to bleaching your skin to fit into certain stereotypes, because there was a time when black women, dark-skinned women, were not really favored, and it was because of institutional failure. So, I don't want to push down our light-skinned sisters. No, it is not their fault that they were preferred, but the point is, this is an institutional failure. This is a failure of leadership. This is a failure of influencing agencies. Influencers, media agencies should not take personal preferences into boardrooms, into government meetings, into the legislature, into chambers where decisions that will affect the future of mankind are made. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, these light-skinned woman, black-skinned woman, there is really nothing here. Everybody's the same at the end of the day. It just boils down to preference. Thank you very much. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please hit the subscribe button, like, and share. I want to know your thoughts. Cheers.